This is the plaintiff, Richard Banks. He says he hired the defendant's moving company, paid for the move in advance, and was then overcharged on his credit card behind his back. That's right, after the move was said and done, she charged his card for an additional amount, almost double the price of the original amount he paid. When he questioned her, she told him she sent an extra man for the job. Huh? What she did was illegal, and he's here suing for the overcharge of $819. This is the defendant, Linda. She says she's been in business for 20 years. Her movers have been with her since the beginning, and the allegations the plaintiff's making up are ludicrous. She gave the plaintiff an estimate based on the items listed for the move. And on the day of the move, there were many, many more items than listed. The plaintiff was informed of the extra charges. He agreed to them. And she's quite surprised he's suing all this time later because she surely owes nothing. She's accused of a gross overcharge.
All parties, please raise your hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says the movers ripped him off royally, but the defendant says that all she gave the plaintiff in advance was an estimate, and the plaintiff even agreed to the additional charges. It's the case of you moved me badly.
Okay, Mr. Banks, you're suing the defendant's moving company. We're not going to mention the name or your last name. We'll just refer to you as Linda. For $819 that you say you were overcharged for a move. What happened?
Yes, actually, I was quoted a price. I had the total price circled. I paid it that morning.
How much was the price you were quoted?
$480.
For how many cubic feet of moving, or how many bedrooms?
I have it all. I have it all.
Yeah, let me see your original paperwork.
Okay, that's my original.
Did you add anything to the stuff? Because that's usually where the dispute arises.
What I added was one lamp and a bundle of clothes.
Well, nobody's going to charge you extra for one lamp and a bundle. In fact, you could carry your own lamp and bundle of clothes, so nobody's going to. Right. So the answer is no. There was nothing extra then.
No.
Because a lamp and a bundle of clothes is not going to raise the price.
Yes.
And according to you, that is an out-and-out lie.
That's a lie.
You tell me. What do you say happened?
Well, he possibly gave 216 cubic feet of more goods onto the move. Then on top of it...
Okay, so hold on one second. The original quote is for, do you do it based on cubic feet, or do they tell you how many bedrooms, or what?
Well, when they give me an inventory list, and then from that I'm able to, from my experience, estimate how many guys, how many hours, and then it comes up to a cubic feet amount.
Okay, because people don't know cubic feet.
Right.
They just tell you what. What is it, for you to give a phone quote, what is it the customer gives you?
They give me the inventory. So
meaning
like
what?
One bedroom.
Because nobody's going to say one spoon, one...
No, one bedroom apartment.
What did happen in this case?
In this case, it was over the phone. He gave me all the information. I put it in the inventory list. I sent him an email with what the original estimate was $480 altogether, which is what it was in the beginning. And then upon the day of the move, there was a lot more cubic feet added on the day of the move that wasn't in the inventory.
You're going to have to justify the triple expense. You know, whatever it is that was the more, that's what I want to know.
Well, first let me clarify that the extra increase in price isn't just on the inventory. He had 2 hours extra in overtime that the movers did on top of it, plus wrapping material for extra packing of items that he needs to have us pack.
Okay, wrapping material, I'm with you, but if your guys are slow, that's on them. I mean,
no, the foreman on the job that day.
Is he here, the foreman?
No, he's actually in the Florida run right now, but... Yeah.
That would be good.
We do a lot.
All right, so can you tell me what more inventory, or you can't?
Well, it's on, he wrote stuff on here, if you want to see in his own
handwriting. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Please review your inventory list where it says bed queen, dresser double, dresser triple, night table, sofa, yada, yada, yada. And then you calculate from that, I guess, based on some program.
Yeah, it says standard state
I got it.
branded program.
So quote based on the information you provided. Now, somebody wrote on top of that. Who wrote on top of that?
The foreman.
Okay. So instead of 2 workers...
We sent him 3.
But why did you send him 3? Because when you send it, you don't think you need 3.
No. Because that mover actually went en route to them, only so he can get closer to another location that we were going to send him to. He was going to take an Uber
So
from
why does he have to pay for being there?
Well, once the movers were there, the foreman called the office and said, this is a move really for 3 guys, because it's over 350 cubic feet is a 3-men move.
So what does this mean? Rate 3 workers at 3 hours, and I don't know what he wrote there.
140. We gave him
what did it used to be that he wrote on top of?
120. So we gave him a $20 increase for the 3 workers, but It's normally 180 rather than 60, because usually 60.
Yeah,
per
no, but
mover.
like, where do you come off like changing all that stuff without the
He consented to it. That's why
well,
he signed
wait,
everything.
why did you consent to it? She says she's got your consent on it.
Your Honor, after they left, I called up Discover, and I canceled the charge.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you consent to it?
I called Linda twice that morning before the truck pulled up, and I said, Linda, are we good with the price? I called her twice that morning. The truck was 2 hours late, and she said...
Was the truck 2 hours late?
No, there's a window of time that they're allowed to arrive, 9 to 11
Well, they
is
said
the
9, they
window.
came 11. But when the truck did pull out, there was 3 men in it. Nobody came in the house, looked at anything, and said, we need another man. 3 men came in the truck.
Okay.
As far as the Discover bill,
I want you to answer my question, which
Oh,
you
I'm
still
sorry.
haven't answered. Why did you approve the extra charges?
I didn't approve it.
Okay, so tell me how it happens when you learn that they're going to charge you $1,200 instead of $300 or $400.
A half hour after the truck pulled away, I got a text from Discover saying...
Wait, are you still doing the same thing to me? Yeah,
Because
get
you
up,
said
because
something.
I'm just dying here.
So if there's a standoff and you can't figure out whether the additional charges were approved or not, who wins, the customer or the mover? What do you say?
The mover.
Why?
If the mover can't prove that I agreed to additional charges, I'm not paying jack.
Okay.
Well, the mover actually did perform the services, so I'd say the mover.
The mover. Wow, I'm shocked at that going inside the courtroom.
We were told $480 was the price.
Yes, I know. When were you told it was going to be $800 and $1,200?
10 minutes after the truck pulled away, he received a text message from Discover. You're being charged $819.
Oh, so according to you, no one on the site ever tells you it's going to be more?
No one. We didn't know
okay,
until...
and you're saying that that's complete fabrication.
Complete fabrication. We don't even charge the credit card until we get all the paperwork back in the office, which sometimes takes the next day to do it, or maybe later that evening. My supervisor will do the paperwork. But we don't do anything until we get everything back, so we know how many hours was done, extra cubic feet, if there was any special wrapping material that needs to
Did
get
you
done.
ever talk to
None
him?
of that. No, he never once called me about anything. If he would have called me, we might have been able to maybe give him a little bit of a discount.
What is $240 for overtime? How do you figure?
Because the time was from 10:53, and they were finished, I believe, at 3:53. Or it's on
As
paperwork.
opposed to
The
what?
start time is
But you weren't charging by the time. You were charging by the item.
no. It's two. It's one of two things. One, if there's extra cubic feet that are added on the day of the move, then they can incur an extra cubic feet charge, which it says in the contract
So
that they
according
signed.
to him, you guys arrive at 10:30. And how
10:50
long?
10:53, actually.
And how long? I mean, at 11 is what he said. And then how long was the move supposed to take that you would charge $240 in overtime?
It's in the paperwork, the exact start and
Okay,
end
you're
time.
going to need to come here.
All right.
All right, and then
Let me
you're going to
see.
find the answers to each thing I'm asking when I ask it. Go ahead and
Oh.
come here. So I see here that he's charging $240 in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, how much time? When did they expect to finish, and when did they finish? You would be justified in charging $240 in overtime.
Okay. I hear it. That's the start time and the end
Okay,
time.
so let's talk about that. Overtime, 2 hours.
It's right there.
10:53 to 3:53. Where's the overtime?
Over the allotted 3 hours. When you calculate the time...
Where's the allotted 3 hours? Where did he agree that it would take 3 hours?
That was in the original contract that he...
Where?
put the
Show it to
deposit
me. I know. Now I want you to show that to me where he agreed that it would be 3 hours. This is, who gave me this? Is this yours? It's got handwritten that said paid in advance, overcharged $819.
Yes,
So
that's
this
us,
is yours.
yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's perfect.
So your original stuff said it was 3 hours, right up here. Okay. All right. So according to you, it took, no, don't go. It took 5 hours, so you should get another $240. All right. Did you need
Everything.
supplies from them? And did they wrap stuff for you?
they wrapped the couch.
We wrap all furniture, big furniture,
If you wrap
automatically.
all furniture automatically, what's the $579
That
in
was a
extra services?
All those items that my movers had to pack in a box.
What
lamps.
did your movers have to pack in a box?
It's on one of these
It's-
papers. Oh, Jesus, they're here.
A
They don't really
microwave,
write that great.
one oven cart, 10 extra boxes, 26 lost items.
Loose items.
Loose items.
They don't write
A 4-piece of furniture, $416. What does that mean, the $416?
That was the extra with the cubic feet. Whether it's a small.
You guys
medium, or
overcharge
large.
them. But by the way, I don't believe you when you say, oh, it was one lamp and a little thing of clothes. I don't believe you on that either, just so we're clear. All right, you can go back. All right, well, you did expect to be charged a little something more, though.
Yes, ma'am.
Not $819.
No. What do you think is fair, out of curiosity?
200.
Because of how long it took, or because the more stuff?
Well, the clothes, the boxes, and a few other items that they may have taken.
Okay, you're at a disadvantage here, and your disadvantage is that I've never had one of these cases. Are you the owner, or are
No,
you're a
I'm-
manager?
Yeah, kind of like a manager, just help them out.
I've never had a case where they don't send the person who actually did the move to talk to me about what the extra stuff was and justify themselves.
Yeah.
That your office has sent you thinking that little old you can stand there and justify an expense that your office is charging without the direct testimony of the person who decided to charge it. You're just trying to do it through business records. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order you to return $619, which would mean in essence that you paid a $200 upcharge.
Thank you.
Okay, verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
So the plaintiff prevails. He wins his argument. He's going to get $619 back. You were at a disadvantage, as the judge said.
Unfortunately, the foreman is on the Florida run right now doing the move.
So you're just going to have to eat it, as
Unfortunately,
they say.
I mean, I think my one piece of advice to people is just tell the movers what you actually have and what you actually need to have done, because then there's no confusion on the day of the move.
Well,
when you withhold it, then...
He disagrees with what you're saying.
Of course.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they want to pay the bill. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that.
That's all
That's
right.
the way it works out. If you had your other guy, it would have helped.
definitely
Yep,
would,
it
yeah.
sure would have helped you. All right, Mr. Banks,
Allen, how are you?
you told the judge you thought $200 would be fair, and that's exactly what you're paying.
And I really appreciated what she did, yes.
Okay,
Everything
all right.
worked out well.
Yeah, well,
And,
you're lucky. I mean, maybe if the driver had been here, yeah, it would have ended differently.
The one lesson I learned is read the Yelp review before you hire a company. That's the good thing I learned.
But everything get home safely?
Everything went well.
Your stuff all good shape?
Everything's in
That's
good shape.
the important thing,
Thank
okay?
you.
When you get home, it's all good,
And it was
right?
nice meeting you.
Very good. Thank you very much. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Having a party here. Harvey?
So, I mean, look, the reason it's critical to bring the mover to court is that that person has to be cross-examined, and you can't cross-examine somebody who wasn't there.